I think after the last speaker, I don't think I can add much, but thank you for your fantastic words. They were quite inspiring, and I think you've inspired many of us in the room today. It's a great pleasure to be here, and it's a great opportunity to speak at this event, and I wish this event a very successful 3 days. And I congratulate the organisers, and I congratulate some of the partners such as WeHub and Indus Entrepreneurs for all they do to promote the interests of women who are starting on their careers in business or looking to develop their businesses. As countries, we are all in a global race to develop our economies, to create employment and to create prosperity. But to be successful in this race, we need to back both men and women. And part of that, and this is what we're seeing in Hyderabad, is we need to foster that business spirit that we are seeing here today in Hyderabad. And we need to ensure it includes the wealth of all talents, both male and female. The argument for seeing more women in business is easy. Women bring fresh perspectives, new ideas, and broader experiences, and all of which lead to better business decision making. So this is not an issue about gender equality, this is just an issue about good business sense. And whilst we can all stand here and say progress has been made and that women today have more opportunities than their grandmothers ever dreamt of, there is so much more that we all need to do, and we all need to do it together. I had a conversation a couple of days ago during this week to mark International Women's Day, and it was quite interesting to talk about leadership in India, and in particular leadership in Indian households, because I certainly believe that in Indian households there is a wealth of knowledge and experience that any successful business needs. It's leadership that is resilient, it's leadership that is resourceful, and it is leadership that reinvents itself one day at a time to tackle the challenges it faces. Again, more women in business is not about gender equality, it's about business sense. But it's still too disappointing that for too long the criteria that women are judged by are very different from the criteria men are judged by. I think for too long women have been patronised. Women have been forced into too many stereotypes. And as a man, probably men, we too casually insult women. We need a change of mindset, both men and women. So one thing that's important to me as we sit in this event today, over the next 3 days, is what do we need to do to ensure there is more women in business? I think there are 3 key things. One is access to capital. In the US, the leading entrepreneurs are black females. Leading entrepreneurs in the US. But who has the better access to capital in the US? White males. We also need more support to develop skills of female entrepreneurs. And that's why it's fantastic for organisations like WeHub exist, because that's exactly what they're trying to do, and they should be applauded. But it's also important that women businesses have the right access to the right networks. We keep talking about old boys network. We all look after ourselves. Why shouldn't there be a women's network that does that as well, that looks after each other? to begin with. Ideally, men and women should access the same networks, but maybe for a startup, we should be promoting more female networks than